It's fine. Okay, we've lost the iPad, but let's just leave it off for now. Okay, let's start. Do you want this one?
No, it's all right.
Another lapel if you want.
Sorry, I'll keep it silent.
You need to keep it at kind of lapel distance.
Sure.
So we had a few technical difficulties, so if you were watching the live stream, you would have probably lost connection a few times there.
So we are about 2 minutes away from Dmitri's start. It's Dmitri Melnikov from Estonia, but because I think his actual PB is this national record of 200.
Yeah, so I think, he hasn't been doing dynamic swims very much recently. Well, he dives all the time, obviously, but he hasn't been training hard. I think he's been focusing a bit on statics.
Yeah.
So
I think everyone took a little bit of a break from pool after Chaterjee.
yeah, a well-deserved break.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the best pool divers in Singapore and one of the best in the world, actually.
Yeah, I think he's Singapore.
Yeah, it's inspirational for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, I'm Tom. This is
Pete. And Dmitri is 30 seconds away from starting. He's they can see you, right?
yeah.
Okay. So he's just taking his last breath now and starting his packing.
He does like small fast packs.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that recently as well, actually.
So for those who are just tuning in, packing is basically a way. Sip by sip.
I think generally people tend to slow down through the packing as you get fuller and you start to get a bit lightheaded. So I guess
It does help, otherwise all the best freedivers in the world are doing it for both pool and depth.
yeah.
But definitely there's a point where you become overfull, and at that point it's probably not helping too much, you're just wasting time.
And there's a trade-off as well. It raises your heart rate as you do it, and it can make you just generally not that relaxed. It creates a lot of extra tension. So Dmitri's just reaching the 50. I think it's 1.2 meters at either end, and not super deep in the middle. I feel like it's about 1.6, maybe 1.8. So you might find some divers get a little too high on the turn as they follow the slope of the pool up as it comes up from the center towards the wall. And if you continue to follow that slope, it can kind of maybe push you high a little bit in the turns. That's why sometimes you see a turn like that. Ideally for freediving, you want a completely flat bottom pool, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, when we were in Korea earlier in the year, that was the first time I'd ever experienced. It was constant depth, wasn't it?
Constant depth, yeah.
It was about 2.2 meters, 2.1 meters, something
Yeah.
like that. And it was just dead flat for the whole distance.
It's a little bit harder to start if you're tall, so you might have to start on a stool. But
yeah, they had a frame that was kind of hanging off the pool.
Yeah.
Dimitri's just crossing 125, so already this is a big swim for a DNF. For me, this would be like absolutely unthinkable.
Passing my PB about now.
Speeding up a bit. That was 2 kicks and 1 pull there. So maybe his arms are getting a bit tired. Has he been doing that since the outset?
I'm not sure actually. I think he generally likes to do the double kick, but I think he does change from the double to the single kicks throughout
Quite
the
rapid,
dives.
the doubles as well. There's not much glide in between.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, just touching the surface with his heels as he turns at 150.
Getting into the business end of it now.
Yeah.
So that's
Speeding up for sure, right?
165.
And more arms now, one arm, one kick. Speeding up, heading towards 175.
So I'm going to look up.
Easy. It's not slowing down though. He's pushing a bit. Okay, so this is his recent PB
Here he
distance,
goes.
and he's up.
So up. Strong recovery breaths. Very quick with the goggles. Easy, I think.
Good colour in his face, I would say.
I mean, he looks tired, but O2-wise, it was a comfortable dive, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, very clean.
He's okay. Nice bit of spit there. Okay, I don't see any reason why there wouldn't be a white there,
I'm
and it
pretty
looks
sure
like
that's
it's
gonna
about
be a white card.
for 180.
Looks
I would
like
say
a
maybe a bit
180.
more.
Yeah,
182.
182 maybe. Let's wait for the judge's decision. Yeah, they've given it at 182 and a white card. So well done, Dmitri.
You could hear that, could you?
Yeah,
Wow, you must be so young. I literally couldn't hear anything the judge was saying there. Okay, now I need to find a way to update the scoreboard because I will.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just leave you for a sec.
Sure.
We'll get Dmitri over to. Maybe Judy can go and get Dmitri and bring him over for an interview.
Yes, how can I help you?
Could you grab Dmitri for us?
Is
If
that
anyone's
all?
wondering about all the cats, I'm also wondering.
Yeah.
So maybe someone will explain to me later, and then I can explain to
get it
you.
set up in time.
For now,
So
there's a
we'll
cat
take
microphone
risk
and some various cats
screen
around.
switch. I need to get that.
So yeah, that was a great dive from Dmitri there. 182. It's a little off his absolute PB and a little off his own national record at 200 meters, but I think it's the longest dive he's done in the last 3 months for DNF. And he looks relatively happy with it. We'll have a chat to him in a second. Just getting into the pool now, we have Ernaldo Sanyoto from Indonesia, although really these days trains and lives and works here in Singapore. So yeah, Ernaldo has recently recovered from a surgery, but more on that later. Hello. How was that?
That's pretty good. So the goal was to do a bit more than 175, and which I did.
Yeah.
Got a bit of hypoxic there by the end, but overall the swim was nice,
Okay.
relaxing.
Yeah. I mean, not a huge amount of hypoxia, I say. I mean, I think your recovery looked pretty good. A couple of breaths, goggles were off quickly.
Yeah. Could probably do a bit more, but I think that was a good time to come up today.
Yeah.
Yeah, like felt a bit hypoxic. Maybe it wasn't visible, but in my mind, yeah, it was a bit like all
Okay.
starting to shake.
Oh, really? We could see you speeding up certainly as well and switching from the double kick to the single kick.
Yeah.
Do you start off with the double kick? Is it?
Start off with the double kick. I think after 150, I think the value of the double kick kind of diminishes a bit for various reasons. And then either instinctively or not, but I just switched to a single kick then after 150. And I think that's fine. I think the most important thing, which is not easy to do, is to remember to kind of slow down by the end, I think.
Yeah. Or just to gather your thoughts for the exit.
Yeah. Whereas it's very natural to speed up as well. So.
Yeah. Excellent. So what you got planned for tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll do bifins.
Oh yeah, with my bifins.
With your bifins. Yeah, so that should be interesting.
Yeah. Make sure I remember them. Very good. Any targets for tomorrow?
I think the longest I've done this season was about this year. 240 red card. So if I do 240 with a white card, that'll be good.
Okay. Was that the Jeju dive?
Jeju.
Okay. How's the pool today? I mean, it's been raining and miserable weather all week, so.
I think conditions are good. It's not too hot.
Yeah.
The water is still cool from the morning,
Yeah.
but it's not cold, so it's kind of perfect.
Excellent. Lovely. All right. How long we got before Ronaldo starts? We're in the 2 minutes, I think, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, this is your national record, right? The 200. The 176
correct.
is what you've done recently.
That was done almost 2 years ago now. In February 2022, I think.
Is that
the
a 25?
25
You prefer the 25 for DNF?
I like both, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just that it's easier to do longer numbers in 25.
Yeah, yeah.
So there really should be two categories of records.
I
you
think
know?
so, yeah, for sure. For me, I like the 50, it's more relaxing, but then
Definitely,
I know technically the 25 should be easier.
Yes.
Okay, so Ronaldo is just starting his dive now, doing his packing.
Let's see how he goes.
He's diving today with a monofin, doing dynamic.
Looking good.
Yeah,
Starting fast.
yeah, he's starting fast. Ronaldo's not a super quick diver, but he's definitely not a slow diver. He's always takes a good, solid
Double
pace.
kick in the glides.
Yeah. Nice arrow position. As I mentioned earlier, Ronaldo has recently recovered from a back surgery. I think he's done saying at least he'd be well rested.
True.
So we'll see how he goes. I guess he's not, not going to be too upset if he doesn't beat his PB or the national record that he holds at 190.
Yeah, hopefully he'll get back to training and then show us some good dives in the future.
So coming into 100 now, it was actually pretty quick. Look at the timings there, but decent speed. See by the judges power walking just how quick he's going. And it looks like Ian's speeding up now as he crosses the 125. Looks like looking up slightly there. Maybe he's just looking for the turn.
Still,
And I think he's going to finish there at 150.
I think he's up.
Good recovery breaths, good and strong. He's looking good.
He's
Is
fine.
he okay signing up? I'm pretty sure that's going to be a white. As I say, a little bit off of his national record at 190, but with the lack of training he's done, I imagine he'll be pretty happy with that. We'll chat to him in a bit. I think it was a touch before he came up, so I think it'll be the 150 rather than 149, or maybe even 151. Almost certainly a white card.
Nice.
Yeah, white card. Good job.
Good swim for him.
Yeah. Are you coaching anyone else today?
I don't know yet. If somebody asks, I'm willing to, but nobody asks so far. So,
Okay.
let's see.
I've got to coach a couple of people later.
Okay.
Hang up the microphone for a minute. Next we have, there you go.
See you later.
Next we have Xingqiang Fu, Singapore multiple national record holder. He's diving today DNF. I have here his PB is 153. Again, I think that's in the last 3 months. because his absolute PB is the national record at 182. I was speaking to him earlier, and he mentioned that he's been struggling to get to around 175 on his DNF in training ever since Jeju, where he dived around the 175, I think, in Jeju to place him fourth overall in the World Championships. But since then, I think maybe he took a bit of a break from the long DNF dives, and coming back to it, he's struggled to get back to that 175 mark. So we'll see what he does today. He mentioned in training that he finished one of his dives early, around the 150. He got a metallic taste in his mouth, which is a sign of hypoxia. So he came up. So I don't think he's feeling super confident, but he has so much experience that I'm sure at the moment, as he sits there on the start line, he'll be very calm and just not worrying about the result, but just relaxing and getting ready for his dive. His OT is at 11:18, so 4 minutes to go. Yeah, we're joined by Ernaldo here.
Hey Pete, how's
Hey.
everything going?
Pretty good. How's it going with you?
Not bad, not bad.
How was your dive?
That's okay. I mean, first competition, dynamic competition after I think 6 months for me, and then I just had back surgery 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I just had back surgery 2 months ago, so I haven't been training for a while. So yeah, for the past 9 weeks, I only trained dynamic twice, I guess.
Yeah.
So 150, it's not too bad.
Yeah, not bad then for that.
Yeah.
I'd explained already. I thought you'd be pretty happy with it. It looked
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Decent pace. It looked kind of strong.
Yeah,
Up
yeah.
towards the end.
Yeah, I still could push perhaps 5-10 meters more, but it's okay. I mean, my velocity is always on my target since the beginning.
Yeah, a little way off your national record, I guess, always going to be. So
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully I could slowly pick up the pace again next year. So you're going forward for a stronger year next.
it's always worth, right, doing a comp even if you're not pushing for your national record, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just wanna really enjoy it, and then for UFC I participate in no fins and static before, so I just want to complement it with dynamic and bifins for tomorrow. We still have bifins for tomorrow for me.
Excellent. And any objectives for tomorrow? Similar distance?
Yeah, perhaps between 125 to 150. Let's see.
Okay.
I thought I could push more today, but okay, my body told me okay, just 150 stop. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's your bifins PB?
173.
Okay. A
173.
little under your monofin.
Yeah. Monofin was 190. Yeah.
Yeah. Stuff.
Yeah.
How'd you find the pool today?
Pool is okay. I mean, I think the temperature between 28 to 29, a bit colder compared to normal pool in Singapore, which is like 30, 31, but it's pretty nice.
Do you prefer that for a comp?
Yeah. I think 27 with to 29 was nice. Like when we were in Jeju, the pool was 26, 27.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
You can
Yeah.
feel a stronger dive reflex, I think.
It's struggled that reflex, and the pool looks pretty clean. So mentally it makes you calmer and dive better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I think we've got 1 minute left until Xingqiang starts his dive.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, all the best for you, Xingqiang. So I think he'll be doing.
Do you want to keep on commentating?
Uh,
Or do you want me to take over?
it's okay. Just please take over.
Okay.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks.
Go and have a rest,
Thank you.
Aldo. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, Aldo, I don't know if he mentioned, but he's had a little bit of a break from training recently. Had a small operation
Yeah.
a month, 6 weeks ago, and been busy travelling all over Asia since then. So
Yeah.
it's pretty good to know your baseline's 150 though, right?
I think so, yeah. Good to know you can go back to there just off of
Yeah.
2 training sessions in the last few months.
Yeah.
So I think he's pretty happy with it. And see how he does tomorrow. Hopefully a little bit of confidence off that one. Know that he's got the oxygen to get to 150 and
Yeah.
maybe do something similar with the bifin.
He said he felt tired, but he didn't look like particularly
He looked
hypoxic. There
pretty
was no-
strong.
Yeah.
It wasn't shaking when he came up. good. But then I think actually when you take a break, you forget what the real tiredness feels like. And you think you're
That's
feeling
true.
tired.
Yeah.
And then you remember you can push through it.
Yeah, so much of it is remembering sensations honestly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, and in your memory, like your PB dive was really beautiful and lovely. Anyway, Xingqiang starting his packing.
Shichen packs a lot,
Yeah.
but actually he tends not to take a completely full breath. So a lot of divers will do a full lung and then pack on top of it.
Yeah.
From what I understand, Fu likes to take like a 80 to 90% full lung.
So he uses the packing to top up.
Exactly, and then
He'll
some
start adding.
additional packing as
I
well.
know he's very quiet, but he's also a big collector of data, and he's tracked his own free diving journey very, very carefully in numbers.
Yeah.
And whenever he had a plateau, he experimented and tried something else. And I remember when he started packing like twice as much as he was before, there was a huge jump, 20 or 30 meters in most of his disciplines. So.
And the reason he does it that way, again, my understanding is that he finds that if he takes like a full breath, he creates some tension there in his chest to try and like get that last little bit in before packing. So you'll see when he takes his full breath, he's very relaxed, just gentle to there, and then he packs the rest of it because he finds that's more relaxing, creates less muscular tension than sort of taking that.
Yeah, that's a
full
great tip.
stretch.
Yeah, I know it's very tempting when you take a full breath to raise your shoulders and you tense up in that.
Yeah.
Probably restricting your intercostal area, stopping it from expanding as much as it could.
Yeah, I mean, certainly when I was a beginner, I noticed that I actually performed better not taking a full breath, just because it was the stress of taking it was not offsetting the benefit of the oxygen, because you're really there more dealing with the CO2 when you first start out.
Yeah.
So Fu's just coming up to the 75 now.
This looks like quite a relaxed swim. It looks maybe a little bit slower than his normal pace. He's doing one kick, one arm pull, which is his normal technique style.
Yeah, I think he tried speeding up his no fins, and then didn't find he was that successful with it. I'm just going to go and
Yeah,
do
sure.
a little bit of coaching duties.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Pete's off to coach Tracy. I'll take the middle seat for a bit. We're surrounded by cats, obviously. That wasn't me that did the interior decoration for the commentary booth today, and they're all cats owned by our volunteers. I'm sure we'll hear more about them later. I think this is Stardust here, if I remember. Okay, that is 125 meters crossed. Heading for the 150 meter wall. I'm feeling that this is a longer dive time than Xingqiang's standard. 2 weeks ago in the CMAS comp, I think he did 170 meters. Oh no, it wasn't actually, it was 153. His national record distance is 182. That was actually a continental record for Asia, 182, and he did that in Jeju at the World Championships. He's speeding up now for sure. He's heading for the side. Arms are a bit soft. He's standing up. Looks like a clean SP. No shakes. Bit of a loss of colour from his face, but anyone who's diving 160 meters DNF, I think you can expect that. We're waiting for the judge's decision. Didn't hear that, but I think it looks about 160, 165 maybe. Okay, and he's walking over towards us. Neck weight off. You okay to talk, or do you want a minute to recover?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Hi.
Put this on. Looked like your dive was a little bit slower than normal, I was saying.
Yeah,
You slowing down?
starting I feel like quite relaxed, so I just want to enjoy the dive.
Yeah. And did you?
Yes, it was quite enjoyable. For the first 100 meters, I feel quite okay, quite nice. After the turn, the last bit, the third lap, I'm feeling better than my previous dives,
Okay.
so which is a good thing.
Yeah. So that was your CMAS dive 153 or something, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's much better than that dive.
Okay.
So I try to push after the 150 meter turn until I feel my muscle can't move anymore. So basically, I got everything I have for the dive.
Okay. Good. Did as much as you can.
Yeah.
So you need to hit the gym again. Is that what you're saying?
Sorry.
You need to hit the gym to get your muscles a bit
Yes.
bigger again.
Maybe, I don't know. Something I need to work on it.
Yeah. Did you do anything different between this dive and the one at CMAS? You said you were slower just because you felt more relaxed, or was it a deliberate plan?
No, not much difference based on the strategy. It's just for this dive, I rest more.
Oh, okay. Like in the days before, or this morning, you mean?
Both the day before and today.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's something that.
Yeah, the other difference is I really mentally prepare for the pushing dives after 150. I visualize a lot and tell myself I need to turn and continue to swim.
So you're visualizing in the weeks before the dive,
Yes.
just exactly what it's going to feel like and what you're going to be
yes,
doing.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's really hard for a 50 meters pool. Yeah, especially after 150 for me.
Okay. Your PB 182, that was in a 50 meter pool as well,
That
right?
was in a 25 meters pool.
Ah, that was in 25 meters.
Yeah.
What was your distance in Korea in the 50 meter pool?
It was in Jeju,
Yeah.
173 meters.
173. Okay. So you're still in that ballpark. That was 165, was it?
172.
172. Oh,
Sorry,
nice.
162.
162. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So getting back up there.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
Who we got next, Xingqiang? It's Tracy.
Tracy, okay.
Okay, and Tracy has had some good dives recently, I think, hasn't she? She's
Yes,
been
I
focusing
think
on depth, but doing well in the pool as well.
She hit her PB something recently, yeah. And she's also quite consistent, and she's like training more than me
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah, she's a big training.
Yeah, even after the competition, she's keep on training and pushing
And
herself
outside the
in
pool
limit.
as well.
Yes.
If you go on our Instagram, you'll see Tracy not only diving consistently day in day out, but also in the gym, spending
Yeah.
time in the gym.
Yeah.
And her coach Pete is abandoning his duties. What duties, he says?
Yeah, the coach.
Coach duties.
The coach has special duty.
Okay, that was the 1 minute call. Yeah, so
Okay, let's see
PB
how it
167, NR also 167. And she was close to that, I think, in the CMAS comp.
Is that a bifin or monofin?
It's bifin, yeah.
Bifin,
Her
okay.
bifin.
I'm sure
She's
she
got
can
her
hit
she's got
more
her
than
taras
that.
on, I think, right today. She's on in her taras, or has she got a monofin on?
I can't see from here.
No. It says dynamic B on the list. So.
Oh, Taras, monofin. Okay.
Yeah, Tracy's. We've been talking about the different packing styles. Tracy doesn't pack for quite so long, and her packing's kind of looks like she's swallowing air. It's got a bit of a swallowing action.
Yeah, different people have different way of packing.
Yeah.
So some they inhale until full, and they do some they did some packing, few packings. But for me, I inhale until the belly is full,
Okay, but not until your chest is full.
not until the chest is
Okay.
full. So from there I can pack as much as possible.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like always fully packed.
So you think you get more packing by starting a little bit earlier than if you take a full breath and then start packing later?
No, so the reason of doing that is because you may get blackout if
Yeah.
you inhale fully and start to pack.
Okay.
So by doing this, you can
Your body gets used to it a little
get
bit
used
as
to
you're
it.
packing, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and Tracy's
surprising.
crossing 75 meters just in front of us. Looks very chill,
Yeah.
quite
the
small,
technique is
quite small
good,
kicks,
and
no
the
glides.
speed is good as well.
Yeah. She's not gliding at all, is she, at the moment? Just keeping
No,
a
he's not
constant
gliding.
rhythm
I don't like glide as well.
when you do bifins. Yeah.
I don't glide.
But you glide with your
I glide
monofin,
with
right?
monofin, but not too much as well.
Okay. Why do you prefer to keep kicking?
When I glide, I feel more of urge to breathe. So I just want to keep on kicking.
Okay, it's just a distracting mechanism.
Yeah, distracting myself. And gives me more power.
And Tracy's got,
She's really fast. She's
Yeah.
faster than me.
she's, even though
it's 100
she's got
15
small
meters.
amplitude,
Let's see how it goes.
150.
So it's
She's still looking good. No change in her technique.
65.
Approaching the wall. Let's touch 150.
Okay. Tracy, go.
Fins,
Go.
Fins came out just a little bit there.
A bit more.
She's heading to the
Okay.
wall.
She's up. She looks good.
Ish.
Okay, a little bit of samba, but she should be okay. She's
Yeah.
giving the surface protocol.
Tracy often has a little shake when she comes up, but 99% of the time she'll catch it, right, and it'll be fine.
Yes, she'll be fine
Yeah.
every time. I don't mean every time, it's most of the time.
Yeah. There's like 1 in 10 where it doesn't work out, but
Yeah.
yeah, she said something interesting to me in training recently. Oh, and that's a white card.
it's a red card.
And it looks like 1.6.
Nice.
About 1.65, a little bit further than where you came up. I think 1 or 2 meters more than where
Yeah, I
you came
think something like 165.
up. Yeah. Good dive.
Good dive.
Yeah, she said something interesting to me in training the other week that the
Okay.
difference in sensations in hypoxia between a 120 meter dive and a 160 meter dive isn't all that different.
Mm.
And she'll get a kind of a slightly shaky feeling if she comes up at 120 or 160. It's just part maybe of her. But we'll ask her some
Yeah,
questions
we'll
about that
just
in a
ask.
moment. We're just eavesdropping on her conversation with friend David.
See what happened.
It sounds like there was some strange sensations with her
So
fins.
It was 163.
163.
Okay.
Nice, a great dive.
Still a good dive.
3 meters off her PB, 3 meters off the national record.
Yes.
You're back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a coach Shichen, but only at the end.
Yeah. Just seeing Tracy with a just very slight shake. I guess that's pretty normal for you now, right?
Yeah, there's a bit of a shake there, which is why I just kept shouting breathe, and we delayed the start of the surface protocol. She's quite good. She listens if you shout loud enough.
Yeah.
You could see she was waiting, and then just went for the nose clip and goggles later. Got there in the time limit. So yeah, a bit shaky, but yeah,
Tracy.
I think it's maybe just like good recovery. Everything worked out.
Come. Congratulations.
I'm going to have a rest.
Hey, okay.
So how was that?
Hello.
Yeah, I'll let you sit here.
We have to jump up in a minute to coach Shichen, but
Oh,
Okay.
we'll do the interview first. So how was your dive?
It was okay.
Yeah.
I think you should go and I'll tell them I
Go
dive.
and what?
Go and coach Shichen.
I asked him if he wanted help at the start. He said no.
All right.
He's independent.
Independent. Okay. Dive was I think I greased the fin too much. Felt
Okay.
like it was gonna come off right here. I don't know. You saw me slow down, I think.
Yeah, it was a bit slower than normal.
I was really slow. It's because I feel like if I speed up, I'm gonna go and the fin's gonna come out. Like especially like you know the corner. It like sticks. It like
Yeah. So just for
Became
the
a sticky
viewers,
wall.
for some reason the pool here is very sticky walls, and if you touch your fins against it, and you really get stuck on it, you don't even have to get. Some pools you get like the whole fin against it and
Yeah.
it sticks, but here you just get part of it against it and it gets
yeah.
very
I
sticky.
just after that first turn, I'm like, oh, I can't speed up much.
Yeah. But we took that as a good sign that you were relaxed and you were going slowly.
I was pretty relaxed though. I just tried to relax through it because I know I couldn't speed up. But when I tried to turn at 150, I knew I couldn't speed up because it's gonna come off. That last turn like really like made that fin come out a bit. Like okay, there's no way I'm gonna speed up. But
There's a bit of you were a bit on the surface as well after the turn. You were
Yeah.
swimming along. Fins were breaking the surface for about 3-4 meters after before you got back under.
yeah. Yeah, so far it was okay. I mean, I came in to just see what I could do.
Yep.
Like after not training bifins in some time. So tomorrow is dynamic with the monofin. So we'll see.
How are you feeling for that?
Okay, not too bad.
I mean, we're pretty close to your PB there, right? Like
Yeah.
3 meters off of it.
3 meters off of it.
Does that mean you think you'll be close on your monofin?
Well, I have a different goal in monofin. I don't know if I could reach it, but hopefully.
Okay.
It's just I like to be longer on my PB. So at least that's the goal for the year, but we'll see.
Okay. Did you have a goal today?
I guess past my PB, but that didn't happen. But it was still okay. I mean, it's still a decent try.
Yeah. I mean, you think you had a little bit more left there, but I think it was a good time to come up.
Yeah,
Decision.
it's just the whole dive. I just kept thinking about the fin. So annoying.
Sometimes that helps though. It's like a distraction.
Yeah, I guess. But this time, like, I like my own speed. You
Yeah.
know how I like to be fast on my dive, and that didn't happen much today.
So maybe don't grease the heel of the fin.
Yes, that's a learning. I mean, also I did not like after I put it on, I would try and check it. I was too relaxed. I didn't check it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, thanks.
Thanks.
And good luck for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you've got a coach.
I do have to coach, but he only needs it at the end.
Oh, okay.
And it'll take
Tracy,
him
before you go,
a minute.
which cat picture best represents your feelings during the dive today?
Is that what they're for? This guy.
Not that focused. Probably this guy.
Okay, might have to come back to you to find out why. Anyway, Shichen is beginning his dive. Pete, you're going to leave in a second, aren't you?
I
to
am, yes,
coach
to go
him.
coach, but I know roughly where he's going to get to.
Yeah. Okay.
So Chichen's got here his PB at 125. I think he's done longer than that in training, like around 130 something, like a 133. But I think he was a bit shaky that time.
That was in a 25-meter pool or 50?
25 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So a little bit different. He's a very relaxed diver. Sometimes too relaxed. Sometimes in training, he's better now, but he used to just cross
Gets
across
into
lanes.
the flow a bit too much.
Yeah, he'd end up
okay.
going in like when he does 50 meters. Sometimes it would really be about 52, 53 meters with the amount of diagonals that
'Cause
he
he's
cut.
S.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. Like I like
Okay.
Okay.
He might be. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be good. Okay. So
Tracy's taking your coaching
taking over
duties.
my responsibilities. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Could do with a cup of coffee.
I have a flask of coffee.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You've got any left?
Got some. It's not designed for
I just smelt some and then it was. It's not
Yeah.
designed. I'll just take a tiny sip. I've usually had about 8 cups of tea by now, so.
Yeah. It doesn't work.
Yeah, so we were talking about relaxation, and I find them with my eyes closed, like really, really zoning out. I always have my best dives like that, but there's always the risk that when you do open your eyes, you're nowhere near the line.
Yeah, and then for me as well, if I have my eyes closed, if there's an uneven bottom to the pool, you might get caught out that you're closer to the bottom than you thought.
Buoyancy changes.
For some stuff, it doesn't really matter. Like bifins, it's not really a problem. You just aim up. But with DNF, where
It can take a few pulls before you get your buoyancy back again.
yeah, or you might be too close to be able to do a proper arm pull because you might be like scraping your nails along the bottom of the pool,
Yeah.
or even banging your knees into the bottom, depending on
Yeah.
what your kick looks like.
Yeah, it takes a little bit more space, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's looking pretty good now.
so
Turned
that
at 100
was
at 115
100.
now.
It's speeding up, right?
Yeah, definitely speeding up. Really just sprinting now. Really powerful arm strokes.
Okay,
very strong diver.
so he's approaching his 25-meter PB. He's at the
And
surface.
he's come up.
We've got an opportunity to listen to the judges.
He's looking pretty good. So I'm pretty sure that'll be a white. And it looks to be about 126.
Son of China, 126 meters, white card.
Hey, a white card at 126. Sure he'd be happy with that. Yeah, as I was saying, generally a very relaxed diver, but he's also very strong. I mean, he works out a lot. So when he needs to, he can put the power down like he did in the last 20 meters there. I guess you feel low oxygen, but you've still got good kind of lactic resilience in your muscles, then you can kind of push the lactic a little bit harder towards the end and bring the speed up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think that's very much down to body type, right? Like there's some people who experience quite strong vasoconstriction, and at that point basically sprinting helps because you're not using air from your lungs too much anyway, you're just using what's in your muscles.
Yeah, and then some divers just stay relaxed. Like if you see Xingqiang Fu, when he comes up from a dive, he looks like he's not even done a workout.
Yeah.
Whereas some divers, like I think you see Shichen there, and certainly myself,
Yeah.
speeding up towards the end, and you come up not just needing to recover, but like the oxygen, but like out of breath as if you've sprinted.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I remember your dynamic B and R early in the year. It was you started just sprinting at about 100 meters, and it went all the way to 200 in a bit.
That was incredibly painful.
Yeah, I can imagine. You probably regretted that. Like by the time you got to 190, you're like, "What was I thinking?"
Yeah, quite jelly-legged afterwards. But yeah, as you say, it depends on the type of diver. Like some people, much longer breath hold, and maybe don't spend so much time in the gym.
Yeah.
Then they're going to be more of a kind of a chilled, slow dive, preserving like the muscle at the expense of the oxygen. I think Shichen's going to come join us.
I'll let you interview him. I'm
Okay.
going to go and do a quick check on that.
You get the cat mic.
Yeah.
Sorry for not coaching again, but Tracy
No,
volunteered.
that's a good
I thought
surprise.
you'd be okay. Yeah. How was the dive?
Was good. Was good. Feels really good. Other than the goggle is a little bit leaking.
It's annoying.
Yeah. So, like last time I was closing my eyes, and this time I told myself to not.
Okay.
And then the goggle was like leaking. I was like, should I close my
Should've
eyes?
closed it.
I should
Yeah.
keep it. I should keep it open. I should keep it open.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's like I think at the start was really focusing on relaxing again.
Yeah.
And I think the kick felt so nice.
Yeah.
I ended up doing some triple kicks
Okay.
with one pull. I
Yeah.
think that's what I did.
You do that quite regularly though in the 25-meter pool, don't you? You do a lot of triple kicks.
Yeah, sometimes. And then, towards the end, I was just like competing before the water filled my whole goggles and I couldn't open up. So I was like, okay, I saw the 125 sign and I was like, okay, come on.
Okay.
Yeah. but
Nice.
Glad
Is that
it was good.
Is that a comp PB or
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a white card for no.
more to come?
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Hopefully can finish my objective of this year, next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that objective?
165.
165. Wow.
Still a little bit
It's quite
very
long.
out of reach.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you prefer that in a 50 or a 25?
I think my turns was not as good in the way that it didn't help me with relaxation too much. And I think now I really prefer. I thought 25 was better, but then now I really prefer the 50s. I feel like I don't need to think too much and just keep the strokes, which at this point is already autopilot.
Yeah.
Like you don't think much. But then errors happen sometimes, like 2 kicks become 3 kicks, but then
Yeah.
still it feels good.
Yeah, with the 50 you can switch your brain off a little bit more. Whereas the
Yeah.
25 is just there's constantly a job to do, like thinking if you're near the wall and then turning. And
Totally.
yeah, maybe when we get better we can turn our brain off on the 25s. But
Let's see.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff.
Okay.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Thank you. I'm just doing this today.
Oh, you're just doing
Yeah,
one day?
yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
So all the best to you and Tracy and Pat, who is coming up next.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
up next? I think, was that the 1 minute or the 2 minute? I didn't
Maybe 2 minutes.
2 minutes,
Yeah.
yeah. So Pat is doing dynamic bifins.
Yeah.
OT's 11:45.
I mean, she was a little bit nervous with the wetsuit
Oh, really?
because I think her wetsuit broke. So now she was doing it with the unplanned vest instead.
Oh, no. Everyone's getting gear malfunctions. Tracy's fin was coming off, your goggles are leaking.
Tracy's fins was coming off.
Yeah, she over-greased the heel of the fin. So
Did it
it's slipping.
completely come off? Or was it like that
No.
irritated feeling?
Irritating, I think. But I don't know if you know the walls here, they're quite sticky on the fins. If you've ever dived here, they sort of
okay.
suck on your fin as you push off the wall.
Oh, okay.
So I think she was feeling it on
So
the
like
turns.
pulled it.
Yeah, so the 150 when she wanted to sprint, she was a bit concerned. Okay, so Pat's just about to start. You can stay and commentate, or you can. Don't feel like I'm keeping you, but you're welcome to stay.
I'll go and coach Zikun a little bit.
Okay.
Who's coming up next.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. So yeah, Shichen has some coaching duties to get to as well. I think in these sort of competitions, most of the time the divers coach each other, if you can make the schedule work.
She's all pink today. Is that a pink nose clip? Where did she get that from?
I don't know.
Must be like a Molchanov special edition.
Yeah, well, she has access to all the Molchanov gear.
I know.
doesn't she? Shichen was just saying that she has some issue with her wetsuit. I'm not sure exactly what.
I know what, but I'm not repeating it on the
Okay.
on air. Is she not wearing a wetsuit?
I don't know.
She's not wearing any legs.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
she's
no.
got shorts on.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, divers wear wetsuits in the pool for a number of reasons. In Singapore, it's not really for the weather. Maybe on a training session you might get cold, but not for a single dive like this.
Yeah.
Generally, divers are wearing wetsuits in the pool for the glide, the coating of the wetsuit to help them move more efficiently through the water. The sort of stuff that's now banned in swimming competitions is still out in freediving competitions.
Yeah, although we don't see the same kind of hydrophobic materials in wetsuits that were being used in, was it 2008, 2009 in swimming, right? They had some really special dragon skin kind of materials. That
Yeah, here it's like metallic covering normally.
Yeah.
But and also for buoyancy, you can see divers wear the neck weight to sort of, keep them underwater. But then you might decide that you need more or less buoyancy in your legs, which is kind of away from your neck weight, and it's quite hard to get weighting down there. So generally, divers like to wear like a 1.5 in the pool. Gives them a nice kind of trade-off between the buoyancy and the glide.
Yep.
Pat is coming
So
into
Pat did a
100.
160 something by fins. She's coming to the side. She stopped at 100. It was the wetsuit. I knew.
guess
As soon
so,
as she
yeah.
made the decision not to wear the wetsuit bottoms, it was like a get out of jail free card.
She's done the surface protocol, but doesn't seem to be hanging around.
Yeah.
I guess some problem
She
with
won't
the
be
dive
super
there.
happy with that. But tomorrow's dynamic day.
Okay.
Monofin. Looks fresh. Just treat that as a training dive.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what went wrong there. I guess probably just not comfortable without the wetsuit.
Yeah.
And these things can kind of like play on your mind when you're diving. It's very much a mental sport.
Yeah.
And if you get into a
Yeah. Any sudden changes, it's always just going to be there. And when you start to feel a little bit uncomfortable, which generally happens just before that 100-meter wall, all those little thoughts and questions start to pop up.
Yeah, like a set routine before a competition really helps. And you see a lot of divers going through the same process. Part of that's because they're important jobs to do, but I feel like part of it's just something to distract you from the upcoming dive.
Yeah.
And then when something goes wrong with that process, or if you have a problem with your gear, it can be distracting and frustrating. sure if Pat will come to join us. Yeah, I guess her preferred discipline is the monofin, so we'll see how she goes tomorrow.
Yeah.
There was a 103 white card as the official result. Quite a way off what she's capable of, that's for sure.
Yeah, she held the national record in bifins for quite a while. It was about 175, 174. And yeah, she's a 200-meter diver with the monofin. I think probably physically she's capable of that in bifins as well.
Yeah.
It's very, very rare to see Pat hypoxic.
Yeah, that's true.
It's other reasons that bring her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, freediving, as we know, is 90% mental and 10%. No, actually, that's unfair. It's 50-50, I'd say, probably. Like
Yeah, well,
50% physical and 50% mental.
William Trubridge says it's 100% of both because you can't do it either.
Oh,
without the
that's a
other.
nice way of saying it. Yeah, that's right. Like neither works at all unless the other's in tip-top shape.
Exactly. And the thing with pool diving especially is it only takes a split second to kind of quit like that and just to come up. With the depth competitions, you already set the
You commit,
depth.
right?
Yeah, exactly. You committed the day before. You already know how
If you
far
start
you're
feeling
going to go.
if you start feeling bad at the bottom stopper, then there's not much you can do about it. You just come back up.
Exactly. Complete your dive. Whereas in the pool, every second is an opportunity to quit and just to come up. So it takes that. I would say pool competitions take like more mental resilience like during the dive. Although they just don't get so much attention and they're not quite as glamorous as depth competitions.
Depth, no.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of depth divers say that. You know, they finish the depth season and they go to a pool comp and then they're like, oh my god, this is so hard.
Yeah, it's horrible
It's
coming.
physically
even
demanding.
Just like a long depth trip. I find sometimes I come back and I'm like excited to get to the pool because diving's so nice, and then you get to the pool and you're like, oh, this is pool diving.
Yeah.
I forgot. It's not always nice.
I mean, depth is actually a combination of things, isn't it? You've got a bit of exertion at the beginning, then there's kind of like a static breath holds while you're free falling, and then you work pretty damn hard for the next third of the dive on the way back up.
Yeah.
And then you float again.
But even
right
then,
at the end.
it doesn't feel the same because with the depth, you don't sort of get the same feelings of hypoxia because you get the higher blood oxygen with the pressure.
Yeah.
You don't feel CO2 the same way. The contractions don't
Just
feel
until
the
the
same
end.
way.
It's
Yeah.
only at the end that hypoxia creeps up.
And by then, it's it's too late.
Kind of too late, and you're floating.
Yeah, and to be honest, you're often quite distracted by the end as well at that point. You're just focusing on trying to hit the buoy. So yeah, it's a very different ball game versus pool where things tend to get sort of steadily worse, but they definitely have like a peak, as you're describing, like around 100 or around 75, depending on the diver, where your contractions kick in, and you get into what some people call the struggle phase of the dive. If you can get over that, then things can get easier as you start to relax into the contractions and the hypoxia starts to build. But on a comp day as well, there's always that nervous energy like running like throughout the dive, which can just add to the stress, and therefore like the contractions that are normally like somewhat stressful can just be that little bit extra stressful on comp day.
Okay, and I can see Pat has assumed coaching duties for the next diver, who's Tan Rodin.
Yeah.
Is it Rodin or Rodin, like the painter?
I don't know.
Rodin.
He's Singaporean, so how's the Singaporean pronunciation of Rodin?
Rodin, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, like the in the myths, and he is notable because he's fairly new to competition. I think he's done one dynamic comp before, but he's been very invested in the mermaid scene, I believe, in Singapore. So it's great to see one of our Singapore mermaids coming and competing in a freediving comp.
Well, I think he did a mermaid comp that was part of UFC 5.
That was right. He did a dynamic swim in a mermaid
which
outfit.
I would not want to try.
No, so hard. Just the mermaid fins are pretty much, they feel like you've got no drive, no propulsion.
Yeah, well, when you talk about the wetsuits and the glide versus the mermaid tail with the drag, I mean, I'm not sure I could do a 50 in a mermaid tail.
No, even with your Tara's monofin stuck in, or Molchanov's monofin stuck inside the tail.
Yeah. So I really have no idea what he's looking to do today.
It says PB 50.
Okay.
Yeah. Exciting to see he manages to beat his PB. Getting some comp experience in.
He's doing
Oh,
bifins.
I just realised he's wearing my wetsuit. That's why it looks so familiar.
So he's doing bifins. Oh, it's actually a lot of the guys on the mermaid scene are very efficient with the monofin.
Yeah.
I taught some mermaids wave 1 and their duck dives, and there is no monofining on wave 1. But when they were maybe a little bit panicky, they'd switch from bifins into monofining. That's like their go-to.
Start doing a dolphin kick.
Yeah.
With their bifins.
So hopefully he doesn't make that mistake here, because with dynamic
actually,
bifins,
it's not allowed, is it?
yeah, it's not.
In
And a lot of people who used to be swimmers, who are used to doing sort of dolphin kicks off of the turn, can accidentally, kind of instinctively after a turn, do a couple of dolphin kicks as they're getting their acceleration going, and end up getting a red card.
No packing.
Yeah. So arm pull off the start there, and arms by his side. So,
It's looking for relaxation.
yeah. Usually you'll see a lot of the divers with their hands overhead in like an arrow position. Tends to be more hydrodynamic. But as we've mentioned a couple of times, there's always a trade-off in freediving. It might be more slipstreaming, but if you're creating tension and stress, then it might not pay off for you. So he's going for a relaxation.
Yeah, it's looking pretty chill.
It's good, yeah. It's a decent pace as well, though, even with his
Yeah.
arms down. It's making into the turn. So double touch on the wall, kick.
Okay, well that's his
strength
PB
filling.
distance of 50,
Yeah.
according to the
coming
info
up.
we got, and he's up.
A little bit shaky, maybe.
Bit of a fumble on the goggles, but
Or maybe it was
then
just...
completes the OK sign OK.
Yeah, I couldn't see if that was a shake or if he was listening to his coach and waiting. But
Yeah, I think he was just listening to his coach.
yeah, maybe he looks really good now. And solid. Makes a big difference where you had a good exit like that. You see how he's positioned now with both elbows on the side of the pool. And if you come up in that position, it's quite hard to kind of make a mistake and dip from there. If you have a bad samba, maybe you'll hit your chin, but
Yeah, his
good
delight
solid.
is, yeah.
yeah,
White
solid
card,
dive.
yeah, solid stance. It'll take care if you've got little mild shakes, as long as you're still conscious.
Yep,
You'll generally stay up.
exactly.
That's great.
What was the distance there? 160 roughly? Sorry, 60.
I didn't hear the actual result, but it looks at
Yeah.
about 160, I'd say. It's just before the ladder. 158 maybe?
Not one. 58.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, it's over his PB. 58 is what he's been given with a white card. So he's looking pretty happy. Excellent dive. So yeah, as I say, his first competition outside of mermaid comp.
You going to come and speak to us, Pat? You could interview Rodin if you wanted.
No, it's okay. I can't interview anyone, but you can.
Someone was asking why aren't you wearing your wetsuit pants, and I didn't want to say on air, so.
Oh, it's alright. He tore my wetsuit pants. My wetsuit tore on Wednesday at the butt.
Big hole in your butt.
And then he zoomed in and said, "Oh, you've got a big hole in your butt." And the next time, the hole's getting bigger.
Okay. No spare
I thought you
wetsuit.
would like a running record of
What?
destruction that was happening in your wetsuit.
The videos were like small and bigger and then even bigger. So
Was it like a distraction not having your wetsuit on today?
I don't know. I don't think so. I used to compete in this
Yeah.
before I had that wetsuit. I just had to do a weight check before. Yeah, but I kind of mentally checked out, I guess. I wasn't really mentally ready for this. Yeah. Woke up late. I didn't even set my alarm.
Okay.
That wasn't good.
Okay,
focusing
you
on
gonna be mentally
tomorrow?
ready tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I don't know. I feel like I should jump out.
I feel like you should just set your alarm now. and then you'll be good.
Yeah, you've got a day to turn it around.
Yeah, I don't know what's. I mean, like I kind of went to 100, and I'm like, I just looked up and I looked at the safety. I was like, okay, come on.
Yeah, I could see you thinking about it. You sort of went a bit and then came back and then went back out.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hesitation.
It's a training dive.
Training
I'll
dive.
do a few more.
It was a training dive. It was a nice warm up for tomorrow. You didn't use any energy, right?
Exactly. You practice, doing it without the wetsuit pants.
Yeah, no, I fixed my wetsuit actually, so I was afraid that the glue would split today, and
So it'll be dry by tomorrow.
I want the glide for at least, I mean, between dynamic bifins and dynamic, I would choose dynamic to have the wetsuit. If it splits, again, on my next wear, But of course, it'll be more ideal if it didn't split today and tomorrow, but I just didn't want to take that chance.
Yeah.
We'll make sure the camera's ahead of you tomorrow so that...
Yeah, zoom in.
So there's no view of your... No, ahead of you, so there's no
okay.
view of your butt.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, you'll be right. Just make a plan.
Make a plan?
Yeah. Set the alarm.
I planned.
That's piece number one. And yeah,
Okay.
you'll be good.
So, who's next?
Do you want to... if you see
Rodin?
Rodin,
Yeah.
he looked really happy with that dive.
He was nervous, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only his second comp, really, isn't
second
it?
comp.
Yeah, it was-
First one
That's
was
yeah.
UFC 5 in April. And then we had a mermaid category. So you could wear your mermaid tail and whatever you want to wear and swim, and it would be listed in IDA as dynamic. So it was kind of fun. Yeah, it was really fun for the mermaids, and we really wanted to, we as in UFC, but we really wanted to have like another mermaid competition, but then it got a little complicated and busy and tiring, and then we decided against it. But it'll be really fun if we did have a mermaid category.
Yeah.
Not that you guys would be interested. I heard that Dmitri was supposed to wear.
I tore my mermaid tail in the butt, so
Oh.
yeah, I can't use that at the moment.
I'm just gonna walk away now. I'll call Rodin over.
Okay. Thanks, Pat.
Who's up next?
Next up we have Len Choon. So Teoh Len Choon. Len Choon, I know because he joined me for some statics for a couple of months. Worked very hard. Statics wasn't his favourite, and he was determined to enjoy it more, and he did. He increased his PB time by about 50%, if I remember.
Nice.
And I've got a feeling this is his first ever dynamic dive.
I think so. I've not seen him in a Singapore comp.
Yeah, I don't know
Is
if
he
he's
based in
got.
Singapore?
I don't think he's got a coach. Maybe I'll go and coach him.
You go do that.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
go and coach him because I'd
Any
like to see him do well.
Any other facts you want to share? You can hold the mic. You're a roaming reporter.
No, I can see his PB is listed as 25 meters. So I think as for a first comp dive, anything he does he'll be pleased with. I'll keep the mic.
Okay. Yeah, 25 meters PB. Okay, well, hopefully he'll get better than that today. Tom has left me to go coach. If Tom has the mic, we could be talking over each other because I can't hear him, so apologies if that's happening. Yeah, the sun's shifted a little bit now, so the divers are in the sun when they're starting. It can be a bit uncomfortable with the wetsuit in the heat. But yeah, the pool itself should be nice and cool. We've had some really poor weather this week in Singapore. It's been raining every day. It's not unusual to rain every day, but it's been raining all day, every day. And cold pools are kind of nice for competitions. Helps you relax. Helps the dive reflex kick in.
10,
All the pools here are outside, so we generally don't get many cold pools.
5, 4, 3,
So he's finishing his breath, a few packs, and starting. So he's using a monofin, doing 3 kicks and a glide. Looking really nice and smooth, actually. Really good shape. Nice tight arrow, and see almost no movement from the upper part of his body, or the power coming from his hips. Approaching the 50. Making the turn at 50.
He's speeding up.
Speeding up a bit now. Really powerful kicks. Still doing 3 plus a glide. I can see the judges at almost breaking into a jog to keep up with him. Up to the 90 meters.
Heading to the 100-meter wall.
And coming into the wall at 100.
Breathe.
And he's finishing his dive there.
Sign
So
at the
from
judges.
what I can see that it's clean. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a clean surface protocol. Just needs to keep his head up.
Keep your head up.
A little bit nervy there, maybe got a bit excited and turning around. It's usually best just to not move too much once you finish your dive until the judges give you the card. They're giving him a white card. It must be 100 meters, so I'm sure he's happy with that. He looked happy. Yeah, it just as he turned there, I was a bit nervous he was going to knock into the safety.
How did it
Get
feel?
yourself an accidental.
a bit dizzy
Yeah,
at
it was
the
really
end,
good.
but
You can accidentally get yourself a red card if you dip or if you
I think it's good. The white card's
are
important.
supported by a safety.
maybe I could
Even
try
once you
this one.
finish your surface
Yep.
protocol. So
Come
generally
over
once
for
you finish, it's best to
come over for a chat with the commentary booth.
stay where you are and not move until the judges present you with a card. But as you can see, all white cards today so far. And we have 3 more divers to go. So 8 white cards with 3 more to come. How was that? How's your coaching?
Yeah, he was very clean. I just the only thing I had to say was tell him to look at the judges before his SP.
Yeah. And then afterwards, sort of spinning around.
Swing round to face the judges. That's the problem with coming up in the end lane, right? If the judges are on the side,
Yeah.
you might not find them quite so easily.
Yeah. He looks pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
Is that really his PB was 25 before that, or is
I
that
don't know. We'll find out in a moment.
was that just his comp
Said he
PB
was.
maybe?
Said he was. He thought he had a few more meters. He was a little bit lightheaded at the end, but we'll see what he says.
Okay. I mean, yeah, he looked really strong.
Yeah.
Coming back, still doing the triple
I'm sitting in the
kicks.
wet seat. Always happens. Yeah, it's not the BBC, even though it sounds like it today.
I'm
Hey.
here.
How was that?
Yeah, a bit dizzy at the end,
Uh-huh.
but I should turn and then try a few more meters.
Well, it's it has here that your PB is 25 meters. Is that true?
I think that time first try is true, and since this one is my first competitions, I believe, yeah, I just put myself a bit more.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So do you usually train with the monofin or usually?
Monofin.
Okay.
Yeah. But bifin maybe I will try on next competitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Are you competing tomorrow?
yeah, but I will probably do the more better in the next competition,
Okay.
especially for the monofin one.
So you're going to do bifins tomorrow or monofin again?
Oh no. I think will be next year already.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was good. That was a really solid looking dive.
Yeah.
You think you could have done more?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always tough, especially if you're into like PB territory, and if it's early in a comp, it's tough to know when to come up because
Yes.
you know it's a fine line, right?
Okay.
But you'll know for next time what those feelings feel like, and then maybe even push those feelings a little bit further and see where you get to.
Push myself until blackout.
Not until blackout.
Not
Close, but not there. That's
okay.
always the plan.
Okay.
That looked really clean. It was good.
Yeah, it's just like under the water, I feel wow, I cannot already. But once I come out, I feel like I can still maybe do a few more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just getting used to those sensations. And I think in a competition, they can feel different. Because
Okay.
you have that extra adrenaline. Right?
And then also I've been nervous since from the morning.
Yeah.
From night to morning until now. Now I can talk a lot already. But before that I cannot talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good to practice that. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
All right, nice one.
Yeah.
See you at the next comp.
Okay, can.
You're gonna ask about the cat.
Okay, yeah.
I don't
was
know.
I was asking you about this one is your cat, Tom.
I think that's one of Pat's cats actually. I think it's Stardust.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Stardust and Butters have their own Instagram account, so if you go to, the name is Butters or I am Butters or something like that, you'll find they've got their own Instagram account.
Because this cat color quite similar to those my father's one, but I think dies many years
So
long
I
ago.
think the cats are here. Like, you're meant to choose a cat based on your feeling during the dive.
Okay.
So which of the cats on the table or behind you?
Oh, behind. Alright. But this cat face a bit,
Bit crumpled up.
Beat it up. Yeah.
but I still prefer this one. This one, the white cat.
Okay, white cat, white card.
Yeah. And then still got black. And this one actually is quite fierce.
Yeah.
Is that how you felt during the dive?
Yeah,
You accelerated a lot on the second 50, right? Your first 50 was kind of a minute and a half, and your second 50 was about 25 seconds.
Yeah, I was reserved the acceleration for the last one. Maybe I aim for 150, but I cannot really. Yeah.
Have you done 150 in training?
150 never. Mostly 25, 50, 100. 100, yeah. Yeah, I think maybe that's all from me today.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Congrats again.
Thanks, Benji. Well done.
Really great
Congrats.
job.
I will do better next time.
Okay.
Bye-bye, thank you.
See ya.
See you.
So up next we have Zikun, I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced, who trains here in Singapore with SFA. He's from China. He's at school here. I think he's 16.
Oh,
16
wow.
years old.
So he's
I mean,
actually at school, not at university school.
I think so,
Yeah.
unless he's super clever and he's got himself to university early. I'm not sure. But he was here last month doing the CMAS comp. And he has here that his PB is 85 meters for dynamic he's doing today.
He's wearing a monofin.
Yeah. I think he's not been training so long. I mean, you can't really train that long if you're only 16, so...
That's true.
Can't be so many years.
That's like half of William Trowbridge's experience.
Exactly. I feel like it's less than a year he's been training for it. I can't remember exactly. He's being coached by Shichen and kind of prepare for comps together, I think. Yeah, I think 16 is the age limit for competing as well, right? You're not allowed to compete.
Yeah, there's some
below that.
regulations around that. Even just taking your freediving certificate, you have to be a certain age. I mean, kids who are brought up in a freediving environment, especially where it's a cultural part of daily life, they obviously start breath hold diving very, very young. But as far as research is concerned, there's very little research on the effects of hypoxia on young brains, and I guess there's a bit of an ethical dilemma about how to test that. You can't just subject kids to hypoxia and then see if it works out well or not.
See how it affects their exam results.
Yeah.
So he's started his dive. Up to 25 now.
It's got a very colourful fin.
Yeah. Sort of 2 or 3 very slow kicks and then a bit of a glide.
But yeah, less pumps than kicks, aren't they?
Yeah. And quite a wide amplitude. But the kicks are quite long and the glides are quite short. Interesting style. That's about 45 seconds, I think, for that first 50.
It's funny that we regard that as slow now, but just a few years ago, actually, that would have been pretty much on pace, right?
Yeah, well, he's a bit more power into the kicks now, I think. You can see
Yeah, now he's speeding up a lot.
definitely speeding up, and the judges are speeding up. So you're whipping that monofin now. Quite a lot of knee bend, but really putting some power into it. Now an absolute all-out sprint. Hopefully he slows down a bit for the wall. And he's up at 100.
Yeah, same style as Len Choon's, turn straight towards the judges, that's good.
Yeah.
Facial equipment off.
Yeah, he's looking good. Yeah, 100% sprint at the end there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very powerful, making use of those comp nerves.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a point where adrenaline's actually pretty useful as well. Bit of a sprint at the end, especially if you're vasoconstricted, and nice, he's happy.
Yeah, super. So that's I think that's a big PB.
Keeps you
for him.
focused at the adrenaline.
So he has his PB here at 85 meters, so that's a solid 100 in a comp, and I'm sure he'd be very happy with that.
Yeah.
Is that the Molchanov's carbon monofin?
Yep.
I'm not.
Like the green stripes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's carbon, so it's one of the new ones.
Yeah, fancy. Yeah, it looked like it was pretty powerful.
Be interesting to ask him about that, if it's a soft or a medium.
I used one once, like before it was released.
Yep.
I think it was actually at Alexi's. He let me borrow it at D Week in Thailand, and I sprinted, and it tore my goggles off.
Wow. Okay.
Super powerful.
Okay.
And
You're still using a Mulchi
I'm-
fiberglass fin,
I'm
aren't
using
you?
an old, very old, like Mark II, I think, Molchanov's fiberglass fin that I bought at the start of last year, because I wasn't really doing any monofin after that. I'm told I need to upgrade, but it suits me for now. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep all the disciplines going, right? So it's not something I've been focused on. He looks pretty happy.
He does look happy.
Big smiles.
With his leaderboard. It's a nice shape, the Molchanov's fin. I'm having a good look at it now.
Yeah.
Like the curve.
And I think there's room for marginal gains. If he's still got his neck weight on when he comes and sits with us, I think we'll see that there's maybe room for some slightly more hydrodynamic neck weights.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, congratulations.
Take the cat mics.
That was a great dive.
Oh, thanks.
Big PB, right?
Yeah, I was pushed a little bit.
Yeah, I can see the sprint at the end, really flat out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you feel at the end?
Good.
Not hypoxic?
A little bit, but after recover brace, it's good.
That's good. Yeah. So how long have you been freediving?
1 year.
1 year. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. I think maybe it's time to upgrade to a competition neck weight. Something more streamlined.
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You competing tomorrow?
Oh no, not really.
Okay, just the one.
Yeah, just for today.
Yeah, that was an excellent dive. Yeah. Is this a new monofin?
Yeah.
It seemed really powerful.
Yeah, very powerful one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Is it soft or medium hardness?
this one is medium.
Okay.
Medium.
Medium.
Yeah, I saw towards the end there when you were sprinting, absolutely flying.
Yeah.
The judges were having to sprint to keep up with you.
You managed to keep your goggles on, they didn't?
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah, I make this very tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make sure it doesn't go off when.
So is that your first ever 100?
Yeah. No, it's I doing 100 yesterday for practice. So I am more confident for today doing 100.
Right. So 86 PB was when you announced it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Since then you've improved. Okay. So next time 100 plus a turn.
Yeah. I will try keep training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Okay. And who's next?
Yeah, the adrenaline was
I guess
still running quite high in there.
I think so.
A little
Yeah.
Still some tremors. Like,
Still.
it's a great feeling, isn't it, when you make a PB diving comp?
Yeah, a little bit shaky still.
Yeah.
Not from the hypoxia, I think, as you say, just from the adrenaline dump. Definitely pleased with himself, and rightly so. So Soham next, is it? The name's cut off slightly.
Oh, I haven't got my reading glasses on either, so.
Yeah.
Oh, they're there.
Soham Chaterjee. So
Is it Soham?
okay, Soham.
Soham Chaterjee, yeah, from
Yeah.
India. I think he goes by the name of Soham. Just remembering back to a couple of UFC comps ago, maybe UFC 5 or UFC 6.
Yep. Also trains with SFA. So there's a mixture of schools here today. There's Tracy and Shichen training out of Zen. Our last two divers out of SFA. And then a lot of people train with
Yeah, I think
Fu.
Len Choon was training at A42 when he was doing statics. I don't know where he trains for his dynamics, but so yeah, there's 4 or 5 clubs here in Singapore, and they're all fairly active in the community. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So Soham, the one thing I do remember was his last comp was static performance, and he took the national record for India.
Yeah, surprisingly, there are very few Indian freedivers.
That blows me away as well. You think it would be such a natural thing, especially with the culture and the yoga disciplines, for example.
Exactly, I mean, like all the breath work as well, right?
Yeah.
So much breath work, and yeah, I mean, until last year there was no women's IDA static, right? Until Enrico's
No, that's true.
wife took that. So I think we're probably likely to see a national record here if he gets a white card.
Yeah, I actually haven't. Does it say?
Because he has his PB at 100, and I've seen
And it
him
says
do
national
that
record's
in training.
89, right?
Yeah, national record's 89. So
It might be his. I don't remember him competing in a dynamic comp, but I might be wrong.
yeah, we'll see. But yeah, provided he gets white, he should be on for a national record. So he's announced 75 meters. In the pool comp, the announcements don't really mean a lot apart from the starting order. But if you do get under your announced performance, you get a yellow card. But shouldn't be a problem, given that it's 25 meters under his PB. People who like to lie in just announce the longer distances.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 20 seconds to go. He's looking very still and relaxed at the start.
10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Official count. +1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So I didn't see any packing there. It looked like just the last
No.
breath.
He's quite a big lad. I think he's probably got a fair lung size without packing.
Yeah.
Athletic build and large chest area.
Nice finning technique. Upper body nice and stable, and fins mostly behind him.
You got any cake for me? Has he? Okay. I'm very hungry and
50
thirsty. There we go,
Big
50
double hand
meters.
turn. There's about 43 seconds for that, so relatively relaxed
Yeah.
pace.
Oh,
was
by
my
fins, that's pretty fast.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Well, for me at least, like Peter does 32-second by fin laps, but
Okay, a little bit of a look up there, just coming into the 75.
okay.
So maybe
He's passed the national record distance, 89 meters.
looking strong still, and really giving a bit of a sprint.
There he
again
goes.
into the 100.
Reached the wall at
Looks like he's gonna do another
100, and he's coming up.
Yeah.
Look at the judges. Look at the judges. Yeah, nice. Pat was just running off to
Did he have
see
a
if he
coach?
needed coaching. I don't know actually. Xingqiang was there, so
Okay.
maybe.
He's looking pretty clean.
Do you want to do some commentary?
No.
It's just like they started to call us the BBC because it's all
Well,
Southeast England accents.
could try.
If you're doing that, I'm going to do my Singlish.
Actually, that would be fun. Woo! And it's a white card and a national record,
record.
and he's got a big grin.
Yeah.
Excellent combo.
Is that the first national record today, right? I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Stardust is missing it.
So everyone's just smashing out the hundreds.
Got nothing to say. Oh, Soham's at his debut for the static comp.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
so
right.
now this is his first dynamic comp.
Yeah, so he's had 2 national records and
Yeah.
2 comps.
Amazing,
Excellent.
right?
Yeah. Was that a CMAS static? Or?
It was CMAS.
Okay. So he's got room probably to get
I
the...
think it was 2 UFCs ago, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Okay.
Wasn't it UFC 5 he did? It was an IDA, I think. No? You think it was CMAS?
Yeah, CMAS.
My memory's no good. Pat's got the sharpest memory.
Yeah, it was a good dive. A lot of last 3 dives we've seen everyone like speeding up towards the end, like just using that competition adrenaline.
That's it. You're just coming here to sit down, eat cake.
In front of us, didn't even bring cake.
I'll go up.
No, you finished the cake now. You can stay. But
I'll get you some.
If you come back, can you? Yeah, thanks. Safety's had a bit of a boring day, right?
yeah, like 100% white cards. Judges have had a boring day as well.
Yeah. Well,
The-
judges, I think, judges generally like it boring. They don't like those
The controversy.
the
Yeah.
controversial decisions where they put on the spot and they have to think of all the obscure rules in the
Yeah.
IDA handbook.
No, it's been good. Like a lot of some divers obviously sort of diving well within their ability, coming back from like injury, like Ernaldo, and thanks
Share it.
for sharing it.
You're joking.
We added an extra minute.
Good Lord. Oh, really?
No, just kidding.
Thank you.
30 minutes from now. You'll be fine.
I'm sitting in the wet seat. How was that? Congratulations, national record.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was really good. This was my 3rd 100-meter dive, and I didn't practice much these last few weeks. I think this last month I just practiced like 2 days or something. So I'm really happy. Yeah, I was hoping to be able to make a turn, but I thought it's fine, and yeah. That's it.
Yeah, I think when you're equaling your PB and it's a national record, sometimes it's just nice to get that solid white card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, we couldn't see from here, but how was your service protocol? Is it?
I think it was good. Yeah. Something that I used to do in practice was give my OK sign twice. So I just learned yesterday you can't do that because it's a disqualification. So I had to keep reminding myself, like, just do it once and do it properly. Make sure the judges see it and don't do it again.
Did you have a coach there today?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They can be pretty helpful for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I've given up trying to remember now because I just can't trust myself, so I just relinquish responsibility to whoever's on the side of the pool.
Yeah, just learning just to listen to what the coach is telling you rather than having to think, and then they should just focus on getting in a good position. That was great. I mean, I saw you speed up towards the end there. It's like a little bit of sprint. Looked like you still had some power in your legs.
Yeah, my lactic kicked in kind of somewhere here, like around 75 meters, and I think it's because I was nervous, because usually if I'm like relaxed, that doesn't happen. After that I just have a hard time relaxing, so I tend to speed up even though I don't do it intentionally.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to work on.
Might be a good strategy.
Might be, yeah.
Sometimes like I feel if you're tense and you're failing to relax, then just allowing yourself to speed up for a bit, and then when you get over that hump, allowing yourself to slow down again as you feel relaxed, sort of going with the flow maybe. Because otherwise you feel like you're resisting too much,
Right.
Great.
That
But
makes
it seemed
sense.
to work, right? You're equaling your PB in a comp, which is obviously hard to do.
Yeah.
Are you diving tomorrow?
Yes.
What are you
No
doing?
fins.
No fins.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Another national record?
Hopefully. I think I'm hoping to get 75 meters, which would be a national record, but I haven't done anything more than 70, so let's see. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
good luck for that.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Congrats again. Yeah,
Thank you so
great
much.
dive. For me, I think DNF, which he's going to try for tomorrow, is the harder one to get. PBs in a comp.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit more like static. Where
Yes.
It's really hard to
I
get
was
a PB
just
in a
about
comp.
to say the same thing. Yeah, right.
'Cause like you were saying earlier, like depth diving certainly has that static element as you
Yeah.
float down, and DNF almost has that as well. Like
Yeah.
if you're hopefully he gets to 75. I mean, I think you look like you had the O2 for it, right? You look pretty clean.
Yeah.
And
He's definitely got a pair of lungs on him. He's not packing yet, and
yeah, absolutely. And if that was his first competition dynamic, then hopefully it takes
Yep.
away a little bit of the comp
the
nerves.
pressure as well, right? And he's got his white card for the weekend. Tomorrow he can relax a bit and just enjoy
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Easier said than done, though. Like.
Yeah. So up next we have Yinyun, who
Rainy,
yeah, who is. I'm never sure if she actually lives in Singapore or not. She's often here, but often not.
She was living in Singapore, and I think that she goes where her work sends her. But
Okay.
yeah, she seems to come over for comps.
Yeah.
She likes the Singapore scene.
So her PB is 183.
Yep.
And she is a very fast diver.
Yeah. I think if Pete's the fastest of the men in Singapore, then she's the equivalent for the women, I think.
Definitely. I tried safetying her in training. It's really hard work.
Yeah, this is where the safeties have to work hard.
Yeah, for sure. It's the last one of the day as well, so they might be tired. So she's off at plus 7 seconds. She's quite small amplitude kicks and
Yep.
sometimes puts a bit of a glide in as well.
It actually looks sedate for Rainey's pace.
Yeah.
It's still fast, but it's like not. Okay. Safeties did a good job keeping up. We've got Dennis in his underwater rugby cap following now from the surface.
Yeah, definitely a little bit slower than her normal. She's
I think
changed
so,
a
yeah.
bit. She often used to
You
do
timing
sort of- I'm not actually, I missed the start.
Okay. She's touching now.
Time the next 50. But yeah, I'm not sure what she's been doing in training recently, so I'm not really sure what she's looking for
I
today.
know that she's been training in China, but yeah, again, I've got no idea. In Singapore, I mean, we can basically dive 3 or 4 times a week as much as we want, really. We're super lucky, and
Yeah.
I guess it's not like that for everyone, is it?
So nice small amplitude kicks.
She looks chill.
She does, yeah.
Maybe she's got a slightly different. We'll ask her afterwards. Maybe she's got a slightly different approach.
So I had that one at 41 seconds, so
Yeah,
still
I would say
relatively
that
pacey.
that's
So
probably a bit slower than our normal. I think she's speeding up.
I think she used to put glides in between her kicks. If I'm not
I
mistaken.
don't know. No, I think I remember asking her that before. I don't think she does. I don't think she
Okay,
did.
maybe that's just in training.
Yeah, maybe.
She's looking really good, coming approaching the 150.
Very slight increase in pace, but definitely not sprinting. Sprinting for by her standards.
Yeah. I've got that at 41, so consistent with the.
It's like
the
Xingqiang's
previous
coaching
50.
her.
Yeah.
There we go, that's
So
160.
The PB is 183, so we're getting towards that.
She's looking relaxed. I think that she might be heading for the wall.
It could be. She's definitely not moved over at all. Still in the centre of the lane. crossing
She's
the
like kept
175.
keeping.
Smooth. A little bit slowed down even. on the
Yeah,
pace.
she's actually slowed down.
It's about 25 seconds to 25.
She's coming to the side.
Okay.
She's pulled the plug. Big breaths.
Bit of a shake, but looking good.
Did she sign? I didn't see the sign.
I did not either, but I'm sure
Oh, Xingqiang's there coaching her.
he would have coached her.
Surely you would have noticed that, right?
Yeah.
Her lips are dark, but I think that she wears dark lip gloss when she's diving, so it's a bit difficult to use that as a gauge of hypoxia.
That's a white card, so must mean just yours
Yeah,
on my
she must-
eyesight.
yeah.
Maybe just signed by the side of her head. That was a great effort. She's very happy with that.
Didn't hear the distance, but it's, I would say,
That's
just slightly beyond her PB.
105, 106, 107 maybe? Yeah, around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so either... Oh yeah, her PB is 183, so
Yeah.
nicely beyond that. That was a great dive. Yeah, she looked really good coming into the 175, still like committed to the center of the lane.
183.
183 is the official result with a white card, so all white cards.
We're like surprisingly good at estimating distances now, right?
Yeah. All white cards, one national record. And
I want to do some grading.
some what?
I want to read some.
Do you want to do an interview,
Want to
Tracy?
interview Rainey?
Huh?
Yeah, interview Rainey.
No, I don't want to.
Greet who then?
I just want to greet Daphne.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah,
some
shout
some
out,
some
yeah.
of your audience.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do that?
Take a seat.
Down.
I'll go and get Rainey, and then you can
Okay,
interview her.
all right. Hey, it's been a hard week for me and my friends, but I just want to shout out to Daphne and that she's been strong, and we're here for you. That's it.
All right, thanks. Lovely sentiments. All right. So that's actually it for the dives today. As I say, all white cards, some great dives, some PBs, one national record. Tomorrow, different lineup of athletes. Some of the same ones today coming back for a second day. Some people just doing today, and we have some athletes who are just diving tomorrow, I believe. So we will see you there for that. Yeah, just eat in front of me. You don't need to share. It's fine. Thanks, Pat.
You're welcome. I'll help you.
Yeah.
Hey, so Rainey just actually flew over here for the comp. She's been training in Shanghai, and also she might be staying for the static comp on the 16th. So that's what I've heard. Okay, all right. She's here now, and I will give her the mic.
If you want to stay for the interview since you know so much.
Maybe.
Okay.
Hi, Rainey.
Hello.
Have a seat.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, congratulations. That was a PB, right?
Yes, new PB.
Yeah, it looked like a really good dive.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, because after Jeju, I need a long recover.
Yeah.
It's maybe it's not actually Jeju, so I mean, it's my heart and my body both not well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but it's good today. I give me a new confidence.
Yeah. Nice. You look really good. Like, still at the 175, you're just straight in the middle there, looking nice and relaxed, nice pace. You've slowed down.
Yeah, slow down.
Yeah. Is that
But
deliberate?
it's okay. Because I just want to be relaxing, not always push and.
Yeah.
So it's the good time for come up.
Yeah. Nice.
Thank you.
You diving tomorrow?
Yeah, no fin.
No fins?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Because I take a long time to protect no fin. So maybe it's a small exam for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about your training.
After Jeju, I have a long rest actually, and no high stress training, just relax. But I take a lot of time in the swimming pool, like swim. I was taught to the water, so it's good.
Alright, it's really good.
Yeah, thank you.
Great
How's you today?
performance.
Yeah, how's you today?
It was okay. It was pretty good. I did 163. I mean, not really the result I was hoping for, but it's still okay.
But almost, maybe I think it's very near to your PB. Yeah.
It's quite near to mine.
Compete tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna give you a congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
All right.
All right.
I don't know when they end these.
Okay, I think you need to give me this.
Okay.
Hey.
Which is... Oh.
So we're done today, actually. Rainey's the last diver for the day. And I think we're packing up soon.
not my responsibility to pack up.
That's
Yeah,
true.
doesn't come
So,
out clear.
how about tell me why you did not compete?
Because I've spent the week drinking,
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
so I was not in a fit state to compete this weekend, and hence I'm commentating. I'm not sure I was in a fit state to commentate, but let the viewers decide. Is that someone's card's been changed to yellow?
So,
Xingqiang's card has been changed to a yellow for his DNF. Is that right?
yeah, we're not so sure why, but we
Maybe
are
we could
gonna
get one
keep
of
you
the-
posted.
maybe we could
Okay,
get one of the
let
judges
me
over
go and
find out
ask
what's happening.
around.
Yeah, you do it.
All right, I'm going.
Walk with the mic. So it looks like Xingqiang's white card has changed to yellow. Just going to confirm if that's really the case. That can happen when the judges review the video. Is this right here? Yellow for food.
Oh, so Xingqiang got a yellow because, do you know why?
Step up where? At the end?
Oh, he stood on the step.
No, like as in standing. Okay, so basically, his white's been changed to yellow because at the end of his dive, I think
He put his feet down before his airways emerged from the water.
so he's propelled himself up or forward with his feet off the bottom. So sometimes it's a bit of a fine line, especially if the pool's shallow, but you need to surface first before you put your feet onto the floor.
That can actually be very, very tricky.
Yeah, especially if you're tall. Like I'm watching Dmitri trying to do it in a 1.2 meter pool is it's quite difficult because his feet are going to hit the floor before his head comes above the surface. But it's a fine line, so I guess the judges have reviewed that video and decided that it's either forward propulsion or like upward propulsion before he's surfaced. Be a bit disappointed, but for him it's not a national record dive, and I think he's really looking.
I wonder what the point deduction will be for that.
I don't know actually. That's a good point.
Like in depth, it's usually just one or a couple of points, right? But in pool, I'm sure it won't be anything
it's
major.
maybe 5-10 points, but I think for him he was looking to try and do a nice long DNF dive. Right, he hasn't had a good.
So psychologically, it'll be what he needed probably.
Exactly. He's not going to make that mistake next time, so I think he's going to feel relatively happy with like
all these little rules that can trip you up.
So many, yeah.
So that pretty much wraps things up. Tomorrow we're back for day 2. It's another day of dynamic. On that note, there is no static discipline this Ultimate Freediving Challenge, and there's a good reason for that.
No one likes static?
Because too many people like static. Pete, where are you going to be on December the 16th? He's going to make some excuse like, I have to go to England. Or
I have to go to England. I'm flying that day.
I knew it.
Let me change my flights. I'm flying that day.
Yeah, change your flights. Who needs Christmas? December the 16th, we are running a static comp here in Singapore. It's going to be a standalone event. So that's going to take the place of the Day of Static for UFC. It's going to be under the Ultimate Static Apnea League, USL. Go to Instagram, ultimate.sta. You'll see it's a new league that we've started. It's a global league that allows competitors to compete in either formal events under IDA or CMAS, or using independent entries where they can video record and submit entries. So basically 2 different leagues to encourage more people to get into breath holding.
Yeah, and people to be able to compete if they don't have access to like a local competition, right?
Exactly. And there's, we were talking earlier about it's surprising that not more people in India are competing. Well, IDA and CMAS aren't huge there, so that's one of the access to those kind of competitions is difficult, but hopefully...
USL could be huge there.
Could be, we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just happy at the moment. Some people are starting to enter. We're in a beta round at the moment. We're kind of testing the idea till the end of the year, and then next year there'll be 4 rounds, 3 rounds, and then the top 8 competitors from each of those 3 will be in a final.
Video entries?
If you go to Ultimate STA, we need to make sure it's safe, so that's the first thing. So go to the Ultimate STA Instagram. You'll find a link there. Click on that, and there'll be instructions on what to do. Yeah.
Good stuff, yeah.
Just one more thing to say. December 16th, we've got the static competition. If you're not into static, it's also a great opportunity to come and meet other freedivers. We're going to have a party afterwards from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. You can come earlier, watch the static, chill in the pool, and then come downstairs. And we're going to have a bunch of guest speakers from Singapore, some of our best divers. Dmitri, who you saw competing earlier, number 3 in the world. Elise, who is currently Singapore's depth champion and also has a number of records for pool.
Pool, yeah.
There will be Xingqiang, who you saw earlier. There will be, I might step in and talk about static for a little bit if anyone can be bothered to listen.
UK number 2, approaching number 1?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, definitely on the way.
Well, maybe I'll talk about that on December the 16th. Yeah, I think that the UK record is attainable, but it almost feels, I don't know, the guy who holds it, Sam Still, has had it since 2006, and he was capable of much, much bigger times than what.
And it was a world record when
it was a world record when he did it, so it would be nice if for someone to take that in style and not just kind of scrape through. Yeah, so anyway, we've got all these amazing speakers. We're going to have a panel discussion, so if you would like to come along, go to Get Ecstatic Instagram. That's our Instagram account. You can sign up just to come along for the party and watch and join, ask questions to some of our best freedivers about how they approach competition dives. What question would you ask if you could ask any of those people, Pete?
Well, I'm fortunate enough that I can train with Fu and Dmitri regularly.
Yeah, we are lucky. Not everyone has that access.
No, it really is amazing. As you say, Dmitri number 3 in the world. Fu came 4th at Jeju.
Yeah,
overall.
4th at the World Championships in pool.
Yeah, and Dmitri, I think, would have come 3rd had he not just surfaced just the wrong side of the dividing line on his first dive. What would I ask, though? I don't know, too many questions. There's so many disciplines.
Yeah.
I'd probably have more questions about static. How can you make it enjoyable?
You just need to come and train with us more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it would be about comp nerves, and we're lucky in Singapore to have so many comps that the nerves in a local competition now are kind of becoming minimised, but still travelling overseas, it's a whole different thing. Everything starts, all the adrenaline starts flowing, and
yeah, definitely. Actually, like just quizzing top freedivers on what they actually think about while they're doing their dive, because some people would say have answers you would not expect. Like, I just think of the colour blue. Was one that I got. Like, during my statics, I just think of the colour blue.
I think that was Adam that said that. Adam Saga from the UK.
And yeah, maybe asking Dmitri what he does pre-dive and during his dive, like actual thought process and what pops into his head and how he deals with it. He seems quite zoned out at the start line sometimes. I wonder how he gets to that state.
I think, there's some secret meditation in Dimitri's life that he doesn't talk about. I think he's got some access to a higher state that we don't know about yet.
You could be about 2 minutes away from him saying, Dmitri, but if he's in the zone, doesn't react, doesn't hear.
So, you can find out. Come and join us
16th.
December 16th. Get Ecstatic is the Instagram account. There's a link there. Click on that. If you want to compete, there's a link. We've got, I think, just 1 slot left for competitors. We're pretty booked up. But there will be a race for 8 minutes as well. Like there's a few of us now who are kind of edging on the 8 and see who can get the first 8 minutes in Singapore.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
You, Dmitri, and
Thomas Baum from Chile. And Jonathan Chong from SFA is right there as well, but he's decided he's going to judge for this competition. Yeah, give us all red cards.
Is it IDA comp?
It's an IDA comp.
So otherwise, the CMAS comp, and you can just give other people red cards by shouting encouragement.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I know, it's so dangerous, CMAS. Yeah, so it'll be IDA and USL as well for the league ratings. Come along. It'll be good crack. There's food included in the admission price. That's it. See you tomorrow.
Good stuff. Thanks, everyone.